Hi everybody, it's Kat here. Excuse all this. I'm just getting ready to do the show. So I've got my headphones, etc. on. But whilst I'm here, I've been asked by several people if I could explain a little bit about the fire and ice that I use. So that's what I'm going to do. You need some of this. This particular one is Cloud9 and it's cinnamon red hots. That's the flavouring I use. Kindly note how much is out the bottle. Not a lot. And I've made up two 30ml bottles. And that's all that's left. So do your base. And then to that, add a few drops. Okay? And of course, you've got to make sure you add your nicotine to it as well, to your desired taste. Just add a few drops at a time. Don't put any more than about 1 ml in a bottle that size. Okay? Because otherwise it'll blow your head off. Simple as that. And what does it taste like? Difficult to really say. Cinnamon is cinnamon. With that cool, extra coolness you get from the menthol. But for the older ones out there, they may remember a chewing gum that used to be on the market that was designed to clean your teeth during the day. And it was one called Dentine. And that's what it tastes like. It's very much like Dentine. Now it's one of those flavours that you don't like to start with. And you don't. You think, because it's so different to what you're vaping. But it very soon has you addicted. Also remember, this is the spheroid. Right? No perspex. Don't put it in anything with perspex, okay? Because what it'll do, it'll crack the perspex. So if you're using something that's all metal, Pyrex, glass, fine. It'll be okay. Divine. And it gives your mouth that freshness, that just brushed freshness. Anyway, I've got to get on. I'll catch you later. Marco, Cooey. He's just coming. Must get on with this, so bye for now.
That was Kat. This is Mark. And this, my friends, it's Vaperscene. Vaperscene is proudly sponsored by Health E-Vape, UK purveyor of e-cigarettes and e-liquid. Yes, indeed. I fooled you with that one, didn't I? It is Tuesday the 12th of March 2013 and you're watching Vaperscene on Vapor Trails TV. Good evening to you all. Hope you're having a splendid evening and I hope you're not suffering if you're in the south of England with the snow. I was watching the news earlier and it seems a little bit snowy down there. And I, for my sins, am up north again tomorrow. Spent half my life in Scotland and I'm hoping that there's no snow, but there you go. We have got the usual stuff going on tonight. No hardware roundup this week, maybe next week, but we do have some other things instead. I'm going to give you a little update. This is an envelope. This is a letter from my MP and it says this. It says, "Dear Mark, thank you for attending my advice surgery on the 22nd of February 2013. It was good to meet with you. It was useful to discuss, even though the spelling is incorrect, because it's disuses, your concerns about the proposed EU directive in relation to the electronic cigarette. and I appreciate you providing with me the views on this matter. And he's written to Anna Sowerby, who is the MP Parliamentary Under Secretary of State for Public Health at the Department of Health. Interesting. I wonder if I should email him back or write to him and say I spelt discuss wrong. I don't know. Maybe he's watching. Now, have you had anything similar from your MPs? Are you all getting the same or very similar letters back when you're writing to your MPs and MEPs? It'd be good to know that. Put it into chat, or you can email the show at vaperscene@vapetrials.tv. You can get us on Facebook. I'm Mark of Ambassador UK, and of course there's the VTTV Facebook, which is Vapor Trails TV, which is very nicely managed by Sarah and Daz, doing a sterling job. There's also Twitter, and I must get a Twitter slide up so you can follow us on there as well. So back to the shop, and I'll get rid of that. Don't need that now. Now I have got, it's getting longer every week, Show Us Yours, and quite a lot of photos coming in. Thank you very much indeed. But let's look at what we've had over the last week and the ones before, and then I'll tell you who has won the juice. See you in about 2 minutes 59 seconds.
And now it's time for Show Us Yours, sponsored by Flavour Art UK. Show Us Yours, sponsored by Flavour Art UK.
Yes, indeed. That was the Show Us Yours gallery for this week, and I bet you're wondering who the winner is. Well, it is, clicking on this button, it's Gordon Ty. Gordon sent in all those photos. I just maxed out my microphone. He sent in all those photos and I put them together in a little collage there for you. Very good photos. Thank you very much indeed, Gordon. I will be in contact with you after the show, telling you how you get your bottle of juice. And back to me. And if you would like to send your pictures, you can send them to vaperscene@vapetrails.tv. If you get them by 12 noon on a Tuesday, it'll be in that week's show. Anything after that, it'll be in the following weeks, because I do have to get it into the video and then get the video ready for the show. So there you go. And go back to here. There we are. Now then, moving swiftly along, do you remember a few weeks ago I showed you this little bit of video? This is just 10 grams of menthol crystals in a little baggie. And what I thought I'd do, if 6 people want to try 10 grams of menthol crystals, because I've got 2 packets and each packet is 60 grams, I will send 6 people a little bag with 10 grams of menthol crystals in, if you want to have a muck about with them. So the first 6 people to send me an email, vaperscene@vapetrails.tv, with your name and address, I'll whack them in an envelope and you can have a little play with some menthol crystals, menthol crystals, and then let us know how you get on. And if you want to send us a video of how you get on, even better. So send me an email to vaperscene@vapetrails.tv. There you go. And somebody did. Not a lot of people like menthol for some reason. I do not know why. It's lovely stuff. Anyway, someone did send me an email after the show, and that somebody was Sarah Nash. And she very kindly sent me a little bit of video of her making some juice. So I did a little bit of editing, put some music to it, and here it is.
Hiya, I'm going to do a little video on mixing menthol solution, thanks to Marco, who very kindly sent me some menthol crystals, and I promised him in return I'd do a little video for him. I'm going to mix it up in a little cup, and then I'm going to transfer it into my bottle. Cup's got gradations, if that's what they're called, markings on. So, I don't know whether you can see that clearly, but the first one is 5 mils. I'm going to put that much menthol in. Fucking shot would help me. I'm just going to pour some in. This is the first time I've ever done this, so I don't think I know what I'm talking about. Because I don't, I'm learning as I go along. That's up to the 5 mil line, so I'm going to take my lovely knitting needle and crush it a bit. Right, they're crushed roughly. So now I'm going to use my propylene glycol, PG, and draw up a further 5 mils. So I'm going to bring my boiling water. I'm just going to hold this in there and let the heat get to it. I'm actually going to use my pliers to hold it because that's fairly hot. Well, it's boiling water, so it should be, but careful not to get any water in. It's melting quite nicely. There's a couple of big bits left in, but most of it's dissolving. Oh, blimey, that smells strongly. But, well, you can see there's a dog hair in there, but the rest of it's nicely dissolved. So to draw it up into the bottle. The rest of it. Oh, she's got a syringe. And then we have menthol. It is menthol. Menthol solution.
There you go, and a big thank you to Sarah Nash for sending out a video in. She did it on a mobile phone, so you can do it on a mobile, you can do it on a webcam, you can do it on a big cam that we use. Anything you like. Send me an email to getting me the right screen. I can't find it now. Where is it? That one will do. Vaperscene at vapetrails.tv. Oh, there we go. That's the right one. I've got so many up here. Vaperscene at vapetrails.tv if you fancy sending a how-to video, and we can see what we can come up with. Now then, where are you going to be on the 17th of August? Well, if you watched Gary's show last night, and if you've been watching the forums, you'll see that VAPEFEST 2013 is in fact on. Yay! And it's on the 17th of August. Are you going to be there? I'll be there. I'll be there on the 16th and the 17th doing some videos for the show. And also, as I've been asked by a few people, I'll be doing another music video. It won't appear on Vape Trails TV, but it will be on YouTube. Look at the ukvapers.org forum for the thread in the VAPEFEST. There you go. So, we are going to go into my little ad break, and when I see it, there it is. When we come back, I've got a little video talking about, and I haven't got it to hand, some e-juice. So I'll see you in 2.
Vaperscene is proudly sponsored by Health E-Vape, UK purveyor of e-cigarettes and e-liquid.
iVaper and iVaper Elixir, based in Yorkshire, for your e-cig needs. That's iVaper.co.uk and iVaper-elixir.co.uk. iVaper and iVaper-elixir.co.uk, proud sponsors of VapeTrails.tv.
And now it's back to Vaperscene on Vape Trails TV. Vaperscene is proudly sponsored by Health E-Vape, UK purveyor of e-cigarettes and e-liquid.
And we are back in the room. I was just looking across at my Skype chat there because I asked a question of the guys, and they were just just replying to me. and that was basically about a vape meet. There are 2 vape meets this weekend that we know of, and this is the first. Yes, indeed. It is in South Shields. It's the Sundial South Shields. And for those of you that were watching before I went live, you would have seen that I said Sunderland. It's not Sunderland, it's a bit further up. It's in South Shields. And the other one, that I was asking exactly where it was, is in Edinburgh on Saturday. And it's at the Emporium Vaper in George Road in the afternoon, I believe. So you've got a couple of choices there. You've got South Shields, or you've got Edinburgh if you're north of the border. If you're in the south, you may have some meets, I don't know. Check out the ukvapers.org regional section, because there may well be some announcements in there. Now then, we are going to go into little vapor trails that I did end of last week, and I'm talking about some juices. I've got some juices. The one I'm talking about is actually still in the car, but I've got another couple that Callum at Healthy Vape sent me, so have a little look. Well, good afternoon, how are we all? Another little Marco's Vape Trails edition for you, and if you follow me on Facebook, which is Marco Ambassador UK, by the way, you would have seen my update this morning, which was I'm off to the northeast and I'm taking a new juice to try, and I'm going to be using one of these. Not the MVP, but the the Innikin iClear. It's a 2.2 ohm dual coil atomizer, and it's on its second fill because I've used it on the way up to Washington earlier, and I'm now going home. And the juice I have with me is this one, and it is Healthy Vape Caramel and Vanilla Macchiato. Just put it into my little cubby there. Yes, Caramel and Vanilla Macchiato, or Macchiato, depends how you would like to pronounce it. It's a 70 pg 30 vg mix, and it's a strength of 18 milligrams. And I've been vaping on it this morning, and I've just refilled to vape again. I have to say, these are a little bit temperamental. First of all, it didn't want to work on the MVP. I had it on my Lambo 4.0 and it was working fine, but the battery's gone a little bit now, so there's not enough juice in the battery to give it some. So I put it back on the MVP and just tightened it down a little bit. And I think the centre posts on these are a little bit dodgy. I have heard of issues with them. But I digress. What's the juice like, I hear you say? Well, let me tell you. It definitely produces a decent amount with this dual coil. And I've got the MVP set at 4 volts, so it's giving it plenty of voltage to do the job, and it's producing a nice. It's not a hot vapor; it's a warm-ish vapor, and the overriding flavour, I have to say, is vanilla. That's what I'm getting on the inhale. With, it's actually quite a complex taste, with a hint of caramel on the top end. I'm not getting a huge amount of coffee, I have to say. It's more of a caramel vanilla flavour than it is a caramel vanilla and coffee flavour. And I think to get that combination right would be quite tricky, because you've got a lot of very different complex flavours to mix to get right. But it's quite pleasant, I have to say. Yes, very nice. And as you already know, I don't generally vape on PG juices, so this is quite high PG for me, which does tend to dehydrate me a bit more than VG does. And I've already had a couple of bottles of drink today because I've been quite hydrated. And you're probably wondering as well, why? Why oh why? When Marco's in his car, he always wears the same clothes. Have you noticed that? Well, that's because these tops they're work top. Because I'm under desks, I'm in server rooms, I get quite dusty. So I have a load. I've got at least 2 per day worth of shirts. So I always wear the same thing during the day. Not exactly the same shirt, but you know, a clean one every day. And it's got my company logo on it, which I can't put out, so hence I've got my fleece on the top. But I kind of thought about that earlier. You probably think I've only got one set of clothes. But I haven't, I've got lots. But yeah, I can't really have my company logo out there. A, they don't pay for advertising, and B, I shouldn't really advertise my company. So that's that bit cleared up. Back to the juice. Yeah, it kind of grows on you. I'm not sure if I'd use it all day, because I think it would just dry me out too much. And after a decent amount of time, a couple of 3 hours, I would get bored. And you know as well that I chop and change my juices during the day. I'm not one of these people that can just vape on the same thing day in, day out, all day. Unlike my wife, she just uses one juice. You know, I'll make her my version of RY4, MVB4 I call it, and that has got quite a lot of vanilla in it as well, because she likes a vanilla vape. You know, and then you got folks like Dave who likes his Hi-Fi 6, RY6, and other people who just like one particular juice and they stick to it. But I kind of get a bit bored. And it's weird that I didn't get bored when I smoked my roll-ups, apart from, on occasion, I would put a menthol filter tip in, or I'd put a couple of drops of Orbus oil in some filters and let them just soak it up, just for a change, really, because I like a bit of menthol as well. And Callum has also sent me a menthol juice and a vanilla ice cream juice, so I should be looking at those on future shows. But as far as the caramel vanilla macchiato goes, quite pleasant, very vanilla-y, with a hint of caramel, just not enough coffee in it for me. I'd like a bit more coffee taste. So not one that I will be vaping on a lot, I don't think, but certainly for a change, yeah, absolutely. Keep it in my vaping arsenal, if you like. Yes, that was the Caramel Vanilla Macchiato juice that I got from Healthy Vape from Callum. Thank you very much indeed. And I've got it here, and it's actually on my new eVic. And the Dual Coil Clearomiser seems to have settled down, and it's plain ball now, and I've currently got it at 7.5 watts on here. And producing nicely, and this is actually the vanilla ice cream, but I'll be using this tomorrow on my 5-hour drive, so you can expect something from me next week. Anyway, it's 9:30 already. I've gone over, but hey ho, we'll finish off. Tune in tomorrow night. With any luck, we're 90% certain that Dave Dawn will be back with VT Talk, and he's got special guest Clive Bates, and also live Skype-ins. Oh yes, so be prepared. If you want to get involved, you know what to do. And then Thursday, the Haze Hour. Saturday, Sutton on Saturday. Sunday, Dave Kitson is back with Dave's Tattle Box. The boys are back in town on Monday with Tin Your Tip. I am here next Tuesday at 9 PM for Vapor Scene. Until then, see you in the forums, see you in chat, see you next week. Bye bye.
Vapor Scene is proudly sponsored by Health E-Vape, UK purveyor of e-cigarettes and e-liquid.